me in studio, well, I welcome Adam Liss with Cape Stress Reduction and Optimal Health. Good morning, Adam.
Good morning.
How are you today?
I'm wonderful. I love to get up early.
So do we. Getting up early is good. You get a nice, good jump start on the day, and you see those beautiful sunrises that we've been having. Can't beat that. Of course, you know, we're heading into the holiday season, and that's why we've asked you to come on, because in addition to all of the wonderful things about the holiday, it can be a rather stressful time for people. And I think especially as you plan to get together with your family, it may not be something you do all the time. There's definitely, you know, some stress involved when you do go home for the holidays, especially when you have family members that kind of like to poke your buttons a little bit.
I think that really is true. You know, I go home and visit my mom sometimes, and my mom's 90 years old.
Wow.
And she'll still be my mom. So I don't know how that actually works. Like, she's 90 and I'm almost 60, and she's still my mom and I'm still her little boy. And she might say like something like, "Where's your hat?" And there's the part of me that just wants to say, "Mom, you know, I'm 60 years old. I'm almost 60 years old. I can wear a hat. I know when I need to wear a hat." And I've learned something new.
Okay.
So instead of like looking for that piece, I look for the love there. Because really, she's telling me that she loves me, that she's trying to take care of me.
Course.
She's trying to, you know, keep me safe and healthy and all that stuff. And so it's kind of like looking for the love. So imagine going to a restaurant and somebody hands you a menu, and you look for the thing that you dislike the most, and you order that. Right? Isn't that kind of weird?
Yeah, that's very weird.
And yet, when we talk to somebody who is close to us sometimes, and they say something like that to us, we look for the thing that we dislike the most. And it triggers us. And we kind of like say something about, "Ma, leave me alone," or "enough," or you know, something.
I can take care of myself.
Right, I can take care of myself, instead of like opening that menu and looking for the thing you like the most.
So instead of when Mom says, "Adam, why aren't you wearing your hat?" don't say, "Mom thinks I'm doing it wrong." Say, "Mom really must care about me because she doesn't want me to be cold."
Exactly. So I have a flashcard here. Is that all right?
That's absolutely okay.
So here it is. It's like, look for the love. So whatever somebody's saying to you, look for the love. Especially if you feel that little trigger that happens. It kind of goes, ugh.
Well, I think we all kind of automatically go on defense, especially when it comes to family members. We want to be perceived in the best possible light, but of course they're the ones who are going to be brutally honest with you, no matter what.
That's right.
And so, so definitely, I think it's all about perception, right?
That's right. So here it is. It's look for the love. So Mom says something like, "Adam, where's your hat?" Say, "Oh, Mom, thank you so much. You know, I love you too." But you could say, "Mom, you know, it's so good to see you."
Exactly.
Right. So I'm really happy to be here. And I'll look for, if you want to add it, I'll look for the hat, or, you know, it's warm enough.
Or put that jacket
so that's,
on. Or...
Right. So then the second thing is, once you look for the love, is to acknowledge the love and say thank you. So you say, "Hey, Mom, thanks. It's so good to see you. I love you." Right? It's like, or maybe it's somebody else. Maybe it's your sister or your brother. And you can look for the part that they've taken care of, what they've done. You know, "Oh, you know, I'm so happy that you were able to get here all the way from Atlanta," right? "And it's good to see you." And so kind of let that be there.
Do you think sometimes that might take people aback because they're so used to dealing, you know, kind of that give and take, that back and forth? Do you think they'd be surprised and be like, "Wow," or maybe sense I mean, I almost want to be feared that people might think it was sarcastic?
So that's a really good point, because I think you're absolutely right. It does take people back. And so it's not a strategy. It's like really feeling it.
Being honest.
Being honest and really feeling it. And when you look for the love, you really look for the love. I mean, where is it? What are they doing? And so it's acknowledging that these people really do love us.
And that's true.
And they do. And they do. And we love them. And sometimes that little dance gets in the way.
It really
right?
does.
So, so then the last piece there is to share the love.
I like that one.
Right. So what about sharing the love in a way that you don't have to look for it? So sharing the love means actually saying it, you know, like "I'm so happy you're here. I love you. I'm really happy that we can all be here together. Let's take a family picture. Let's do something, you know, let's do something
Right,
fun."
let's all be
So share
goofy
the
together.
love.
Let's appreciate the short time that we have to spend with each other.
That's right. That's right. So
pretty simple when you think about it.
it is pretty simple, but that's at home. So what's it like for you? What do you have to do before Thanksgiving?
Well, I have to go grocery shopping, Adam, and I know that there are many people. I stopped by the Stop and Shop yesterday to pick just something up for dinner, and it was completely mobbed. I mean, there's carts everywhere, there's people everywhere running around, and I think it's only going to get worse today. And as everybody's kind of harried, they're leaving work, they're getting ready either to get in the car or to cook that last minute or cook the Thanksgiving meal. So everybody's a little bit nuts at the store.
And it's true. So I get to go to the store too. Today I get to make caponetta. That's the appetizer I'm bringing to my Thanksgiving dinner when I go to visit cousins. And so I play a little game. And it's the same game. It's look for the love. So everybody in that grocery store is doing the best they can. They're all doing something they really want to do, and that they well, maybe they don't even really want to do because they're not sure which side of the menu they're ordering from. But if they looked at it, there's really that piece that says, okay, there's a reason I'm doing this. And you could look for it that way, so you could look for the love there. But if I'm standing in line, I play this little game. Could I smile at somebody and see if they'll smile back? Could I say something nice to the person in front of me or the person behind? Can I acknowledge the cashier when I cash out and say, thank you so much for being here? You know, like if you weren't doing this, I couldn't be buying the food. Right. And it's amazing the kind of conversations we start to have with people when you really acknowledge people and say thank you.
Well, and just going back, a simple smile, it's amazing what that does for somebody. I mean, I try and every day smile at as many people as possible, and it's just, you know, you get such a nice reaction from the people out there in the world when you just kind of spread some happiness.
Yeah, yeah. And so that's like a game. What if we all were playing that same game instead of like going to the supermarket and seeing like you know, I don't know, what, 300 harried people? What would it be like to see 300 people in a holiday mood, all having fun, all sharing with each other, all saying thank you? You know, that's what the holidays are really about.
Can you imagine if that would happen?
I don't know. Let's try it.
Okay.
So, you know, I invite everybody. I invite everybody to try it. Yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So I invite our viewers too. If you have to go to the grocery store, or really anywhere out there, especially you know, I think about the post office, especially the one here on Main Street, that's always busy, and it's going to be even more busy in the holidays. You know, instead of being grumpy about having to stand in that long line forever, maybe strike up a conversation with the person in front of you or the person behind you, and talk about the holidays. Talk about, you know, anything.
By the way, I have a great question to ask somebody.
Okay.
And that is, wow, what do you like about the holidays?
Ooh, that is a good question.
Right? Starts people off right on the right foot.
Instead of saying, what are you doing for the holidays? Because, you know,
That's right.
People are programmed to say negative things right away.
That's
I mean,
right.
they usually do that, like, oh, I hate this line, or this really stinks, or, but what do you like about the holidays?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So we've only got a couple minutes left, Adam, but talk to me a little bit about, you know, some of these, you've got a plethora of stress reduction tips that we can use, not only during our time here at the holidays, but also really in our everyday life. So what are some of the tips that you offer people as we get into the busy holiday season to keep that stress level down and, you know, keep the enjoyment of the holidays on the high side?
Well, I have this list of 9 tips that I like to give out around the holidays, but let's just cover 2.
Okay.
So the first one would be take a breather. That means stop. Every once in a while, just stop. Sit down, close your eyes, and breathe for a moment. Or stop, take a look at the sky, or the sunset, or the sunrise, or stop and smell the coffee, or stop and smell the flowers, or smell the Thanksgiving turkey. Yeah. And stop and enjoy the food you're eating. Like, what would it be like to actually stop for a moment and not focus all the way out here, but just focus on this amazing collection of food we get to eat every Thanksgiving and really enjoy it? So that's one, stop, take a breather.
Well, Adam, I thank you so much, as always, for joining us here today, live in studio in Barnstable this morning, and I wish you and your family a wonderful holiday season.
And the same to you and yours. Thank you.
Thank you so much.